Okay guys, yep, the flies are back again, they're not going anywhere. So I figured this morning we're just going to go around the Patriot camper. So we've got the Patriot X1 and it is a 2019 model. And no, I did not buy a brand new, bought it second hand, but I'm the second owner. So anyway, let's have a bit of a look around. As you see, we've got the 270-degree awning that's on it. That's all we put that up pretty much as soon as the tent was put up. And we had a bit of Velcro's come loose here, that's all right. And the other bit we put on was this little man cave cover. Now we call it the man cave. I'm just copying everybody else because everyone else calls it the man cave, and they're right. 100% they're right. You keep all your tools and bits and pieces in here, and of course the Weber Q. So handy, this little thing. So we'll be cooking up some crayfish on that one tonight, along with a couple of steaks. So anyway, let's have a bit more of a look around the front here. So this cover here is angled down so that, well, when it's all closed up, it's angled down so any stones that flick up are going to sort of flick back down towards the ground and not flick up at the back of your car. So if you've got a big windscreen at the back of your car, it should help to eliminate any sort of windscreen smashes or anything like that by rocks flicking up. So in here we've got the crash pad bags. These crash pad bags we're just using to keep hoses and a bit of ground cover and tent pegs and guy ropes and stuff like that. And keep the trusty old Makita here. We've got the screw pegs. So a little 13 mil Torx bit. Not Torx bit, what's it called? I don't know. 13 mil bit. It screws them into the ground nice and easy. DO35 hitch. That thing's amazing. So easy to hook up. You don't even have to have it perfectly lined up to the back of the car. Anyway, we'll get back to the camper. So this one here just zips on. From one side it's nice and easy, and then once you sort of start to come around the front, sort of where the awning is there, it just velcros. So super simple, super easy. Today we've also got the kids room on the back, so once we get on the other side we'll show you a bit more about that, and especially once we get inside. Alright, let's swing back around towards where the kitchen is. Alright, so I'm going to play cameraman for Amber here. Amber's going to go through the kitchen and show us what we've got in here.
So I must say this has been just as luxurious as living at home. So basically just right here we've just got a pull out gas cooker. You just fill up this one up. We're potentially going to look at popping some sides in as well, just for when it does get a bit windy. It just takes a little bit longer to heat things up. Otherwise, cook something good, doesn't take long. Definitely a great accessory that we've been using a little bit here and there. Lots of storage as well, which has been awesome. So you've got all your plates, cups, bowls go in there, and we've got more food storage as well up in here, down below. Also got here, so flour for some fresh pancakes.
What are you making then?
Hey, whoa, easy. When are you making us pancakes?
Well, you're the Canadian.
Light seasoned fish coating mix.
That stuff is the best, eh?
Yes, that's good. And just some other bits and pieces inside of there. And then obviously we've got the slide out fridge as well. 3 compartments in this. I think Mike has done a little bit of talking on this one because he's so proud of his ice cube maker in this bad boy.
Now I did have to make a couple of small modifications to the bottom of the fridge just to fit it in and through here, so it does sort of slightly rub a little bit just on the pinch mold seal here. Not much I can do about that without actually cutting the bottom of the fridge out completely, but that's kind of what we had to do there. But anyway, back to Amber and the rest of the kitchen. What have we got here? What's going on here?
Last but not least, this is Mike's favorite part of the entire camper trailer.
How's it my favorite?
I'm kidding, because you do the dishes. So yeah, extra storage here. We just keep our dish soap, scratch pads, scrub pads. Yep. As well as the plates. They fit the best in there. And basically we've got the slide out drawer here. Keeps all the cutlery nice, close and convenient as well. And a sink, just like you would do at home. Super simple. So we've just got some steaks here thawing out for dinner tonight. Woo! We're going surf and turf. Living luxury, I must say. And otherwise, yeah, you've got straight running water and just catches there in the bucket down below, and then we just go for a little stroll and dispose of it somewhere safe and clean.
So we do actually have a like a hose that goes on the bottom of where the drain is for the sink. But because we're staying at a friend's property and that, we figured we'd just catch all the grey water and we'll just dispose of it thoughtfully, as opposed to sort of just letting it run everywhere else in front of everybody else's camp and everything like that. So I guess let's have a quick look at the electrical system, hey? Okay, so the electrical system. Now, with this particular model of the X1, you could have a couple of, obviously you can option it up or keep it pretty bog standard if you wanted to. So the guy that had this before me, he did not opt for the airbag suspension. That is something that I'm sort of looking at now going, that would have been nice. So, you know, I don't know whether that's an upgrade that can be done in the future. But at the moment, to be honest with you, it's still pretty bloody good. Like, I've got no qualms with this at all. I think it's fantastic. You could also upgrade what we've got here. This is the Red Arc Battery Manager 30. All right, or the Manager 30 as they call it. Now with this, you could upgrade it to the Red Arc Red Vision TVMS. Now I've got one of those in the canopy, in the MITS alloy, and I think it's fantastic. It's so good. You can Bluetooth onto that. Oh, let's close this. So you can Bluetooth connect up to that while you're in the car or close to your campsite, see what your batteries are doing. This is more of the manual hydraulic side of it. So with this, with the Manager 30, you can go cycle through your menu. So we've got 95% charge left, 2 hours until full. Now I've got a solar panel out the back there. It's just a little solar blanket. So we can see that we're charging 16.9, 17 volts out of the, coming in from the solar. And you've got all your different menu options there as well, so you can see what's coming into the battery, how much you're actually using as well. So enough of that. We've got all our lights and all our switches up the top here, and I love this. I actually really like having a manual switch. Something goes wrong or the switch breaks for whatever reason, you can pull it out and change it, which is fine. So what have we got? We got lights here. Oh, lights everywhere, everything. Even got a spare one. I don't know what it's used for at the minute. So lights for the front, lights for in here, so we'll keep that on for a sec. Cabin lights, which is for the back, and I'll show you that one in a second. Well, I'll just keep all these lights on, bugger it, except for that front one. And you've got a main circuit breaker here too. So this circuit breaker, I believe, is for charging up the battery charger itself, the Manager 30, and all of that is in behind here. So leave that there, we don't need to touch it. Oh, and we've got a couple of 12 volt outlets here too, so we can charge phones through USB, or we've got a cigarette lighter attachment there, or 12 volt. We've used that quite a bit, so we just usually chuck a few bits and pieces up here on the bar. Love that.
Don't mind the fireball there in the background.
Hey.
Fireball.
Well, it's Christmas, you know, Christmas in a bottle. So we've got a bit of salted caramel Christmas pudding for later on. That's where we keep our Yetis as well, so we're going to go out for the day. We'll take those with us. The jet ball for making a cuppa in the morning. You can't beat it. Alright, we'll go around to the back and we'll show you the rest of the storage. So with the electrical system, on one of the switches it said cabin lights. I believe this is the cabin, so to speak. Whole heap of storage. Now this thing is monstrous. So you do get a little storage container on the side here, where you can chuck your other pegs and bits and pieces. We'll just move this exercise stuff out of the way. See, there's not a massive amount of room, but there's enough. Like, you can put a few bits and bobs or a couple of tools in there if you wanted. Move any of the stuff back in here. Up the top here, you've got this really handy pole storage shelf. So it just sort of keeps them all together and out of the way. And then the rest of it is pure storage. Up the front section there though, underneath the floor of it, that's where your batteries are. So we've got 120 deep cycle batteries, 120 amp hours each. So we've not even come close to using all that power during the day, especially having the solar panel out as well. But we go out and we come back in the afternoon and we're sort of sitting around about the 98% charge mark overnight, using the fridge, using the lights and whatever else, and using the inverter, I will say that, just to charge up the laptop and that. We don't use anywhere near the power that we thought we might, so there's heaps of power left over. So in here, massive slide out drawer. So we've got another crash pad bag in here. I think these are fantastic. Keep all your food in. We need more crash pad bags, I think, in the future. And we just keep pots and pans and other cooking utensils and stuff in here. It'll close them back up. And then this thing closes. Hold the wires in. And there you go, she's done. One of my favourite things about this camper trailer is that right there. Australian made and owned, baby. Love that. You can't get enough of it. We'll open this one back up because we're putting stuff in and out of there. Now let's go and have a look inside the tent.
Alrighty, coming on into this bad boy. So again, trying to keep the tent closed. As Mike said, the flies have been absolutely hectic.
Oh, I'll just close up the zipper. These zippers are pretty good too, really good quality.
So just inside here again, getting a little bit warmer, seeing as the sun's already coming out, still early in the morning, but the bonus thing is we've got a tropical roof coming through. So that's just on top set up here, allowing for extra airflow, as well as obviously all of the windows we've got just shot straight down right now, and I can definitely feel a great breeze coming through, so definitely manageable. So just down here, again, a bit more storage, awesome lights, and we've got another battery. Is that correct?
No, that's a Red Oak 1000 watt pure sine wave inverter. So that baby there will charge up phones, laptops, and all that sort of stuff. Now I wouldn't recommend running anything heavy off it, such as a blender or a NutriBullet. Now I run that in the canopy because I've got the 2000 watt Red Oak sine wave inverter in that. It does chew a fair bit of power, so even though I only use it for say the 30 seconds or maximum a minute, it does sort of put a fair bit of load on the system, so don't recommend running that on this one. But yeah, having that there, charging the laptop, perfect. Well, there we go, she's just kicked in now. Yeah, that fan. Another good little bit up here is the storage for all the camera gear and drones when we go away, or if you want to charge up phones or sensitive items, just chuck them up there out of the way.
And yeah, just shuffling down on here as well, we've got a great little spot for you to store your shoes, board games, card games, anything else. Just super easy to access as soon as you walk in the tent. Great height for kids to be able to get to. Speaking of kids, let's have a little spin around. Let's show you the kids' room that we've got here. So Isla's been sleeping in here for the time being. She's been saying she's quite comfortable as well. Lots of space for her to still be able to walk around, stand up tall. That's been really great. And we've just got this extendable bed out here for her as well. So lots of airflow through there as well, lots of air pockets. And at the top here, we've actually got a drop-down fly net as well as a separator for the room. So if you just want a little more privacy down there when you're sleeping at night, getting changed, anything like that, super simple. Again, zippers, seamless and smooth. So, and then on to the most important part of a trip is the amount of sleep and the quality of sleep you're getting. So in order to get up onto this bad boy, we've got this amazing ladder. Can't rave about it enough. Super sturdy. We'll give it a bit of a shake. As you can see, it's not even moving there as Mike was nice and close. So definitely 100% safe there. Super easy to collapse and set up. So basically these two guys here, you just pull them together, flick this handle back, flips around backside, and then just up in here, again, you can see the holes. So depending on how level, what type of ground you're on, there's a hole for anything in there to be able to slide that into and set up nice and stable. There we go, clicks in for extra railing.
Lila's in here too.
Let's get Isla.
You want to jump up there? You show us how easy it is to get up there for the kids?
Really good.
Really good, hey?
Awesome. All the way up and onto the bed.
Oh.
And tell us about how comfortable the bed is.
Really comfortable, guys, and you know,
Oh.
I just want to sleep on it, and tonight, hopefully I'll have the luxury on it.
Oh, well, yep, that's it. So yeah, I reckon, yeah, today or this afternoon, we're actually going to pack up the kids' room because, well, we're going to be heading from here tomorrow morning towards Albany way. Check out a few different spots on the way. So just for ease of sort of packing up, make it a bit quicker tomorrow morning, we'll unzip this and we'll pack this up tonight. And then, yeah, Isla will be up there with us.
So again, lots of air pockets here to allow for airflow. You've got these extra triangles up here as well. Those are just Velcro, one on each side.
They just sort of let some of the hot air out if it's a super hot day. Even though you got the tropical roof, those little vents up the top there, they're perfect.
Absolutely. And obviously we just got some handy little storage pockets up top here as well. So you can pop your phones, charging cables in those, seeing as there is a little charging port just down here. So this one you probably might not be able to see too well. I'm just gonna bring it all the way up in the corner here. Again, a bit dark, not much lighting there, but boom, there we've got it. So there's 2 ports there to be able to charge your accessories overnight, and yeah, make sure that you're all charged up and ready to take more footage the next day.
That's it.
As well, we've also got these awesome lights
You want to turn it
here.
on? You want to do it? Isla's going to turn the
So
lights.
under here, there's this button that you carefully push.
Yep, and
And
you can...
if you gently touch it like that.
Yeah, alright, the side one's
And-
turn on. Want to turn that one on there, Amber?
And then when
You turned it off last night. There we go. So you can...
And
What can you do with it?
also, to make it...
Whoop.
I don't know what's going on there.
Ah, that's alright. So these lights, you got a strip light down that side of the bed. You got a big light up the top there. You've also got another strip light down that side of the bed. And they're all dimmable. So if you don't want it to be too bright, you can sort of dim it right down, or if you need that extra light, just touch that light and she'll come on nice and strong. So there you go, that's a quick tour of our Patriot X1 camper. These things are honestly, they're fantastic. I love it. I can't rave on enough about it. So yeah, stay tuned for more adventures with the Patriot X1 camper and all our little travels.
Yo, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Cheers.